Good morning. Sunday morning. I'm Steve. You all know me by now, I guess. Since it's Sunday, I thought maybe talk about the sun. The S-U-N, sun, center of our solar system. I don't think many people pay attention to the sun these days. Probably never have, except that, oh, it's up, oh, it's down, oh, it's up, it's cloudy, whatever. The sun, just in case you didn't grasp this huge fact, is our only source of energy here on Earth. All other sources of energy that we have, whether it's oil, coal, solar, wind, depend on the sun, or came from effects of the sun over the last several thousand years. Not millions, thousands. But the sun is the one that is responsible also for any noticeable climate changes. It's not man-made. Climate change is not man-made. We really can't do enough to change the climate. I know many of you don't believe that. Well, I can't help that. You're not fully informed, in my opinion. Anyway, volcanoes, yeah, they can change the climate. They have a huge effect on the climate, and there's lots of them. Things like that. We can mess around with it. We can maybe control a little bit of weather from time to time in certain areas of the world. But as far as overall changes of the climate, I don't think we're capable, unless we really get stupid, which maybe we will. But anyway, the sun. Let's get back to the sun. The sun is very active right now. A website that I check almost daily, probably almost every day. One of the first things I check is spaceweather.com. There's a tremendous amount of information there. You don't need to ingest it all, but look at the daily updates. Look at the picture of the sun and the little blurb underneath that over on the left side. Show you the sunspot activity that's currently going on. And this has been a very active year for sunspots. We have dodged a number of bullets actually over the last 15 years. But anyway, sunspot activity is very active right now. And there are some spots that are potential for X flares. Flares are measured in three different, I think there's C, M, and X, X being the strongest. If you've never heard of the Carrington event, Carrington, look that up. Carrington event, back in, I think, 1859, there was a huge sunspot with a solar flare which created a coronal mass ejection, CME, which is when the sun actually spits part of its stuff out through space at like 1,000 kilometers per second, which is nowhere near light speed, but still, it takes 3 or 4 days for it to get to planet Earth, if we're in line of it. And then, of course, there's the Parker Spiral. You want to look that up. That's interesting. Even sunspots that are going around as the sun rotates or revolves, whatever it does. Even when it's going out of sight on the right side as you look at the sun, if one spits out there, the Parker Spiral will swing it right back in to Earth. And that's where we get these fantastic auroras like we had back in May. Great stuff. Oh, fun. That's the fun side. The not so fun side is when it takes the grid down like it did not too awfully long ago up in Quebec. There was a massive power outage for like 9 hours. It took them to get it back up. We've had some close calls. There was another one, I think, back in 1929. I just learned about that one the other day, called the Railroad something event. Took out the railroads. There wasn't a lot of grid back then. The Carrington event took out the telegraphs, which was the internet of the day back in 1859. some telegraph offices on fire, and so on and so forth. Talk about it later. Bye.